Kerry and Doug, next on Biography.
Raised by native Bostonians, Kerry Hood developed a fondness for the Red Sox and all things New England at a very young age. Londonderry, New Hampshire, about 45 minutes north of Boston, is where she spent most of her childhood. Despite growing up in a small town known for its athletics, apple orchards, and the charming Nutfield country store, Kerry always dreamed of being immersed in a more diverse community where she could build relationships with people from all different walks of life.
Some people, a very few, have this beautiful ability to change other people's lives, to do it quietly and for the better.
In the 3rd grade, when asked by her teacher what she wanted to be when she grew up, Kerry, inspired by her hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said she wanted to be a civil rights lawyer and an activist. She started pursuing these humanitarian interests in junior high and high school by volunteering as a senior citizen visitor. In college, when Kerry wasn't playing sports, she devoted most of her free time to volunteering. She was a mentor to inner-city youth from low-income schools in Detroit, Michigan, and Hartford, Connecticut. She was a weekly visitor at the Moss Children's Hospital as part of the University of Michigan's From the Heart program. Kerry was also a Habitat for Humanity volunteer, and she founded Trinity College's first Amnesty International chapter. Kerry has always enjoyed connecting with and learning from others, especially individuals that most people don't interact with on a daily basis. There was Mikey, Kerry's best buddy for 4 years, and the countless homeless people she spent hours upon hours with on the streets of Santa Monica. This dedication to making a difference led Kerry to graduate school at UCLA, where she completed 2 master's degrees, one in public health and one in social work.
I remember I hadn't met her before, and I just saw her there, and I remember how pretty she was, but how funny she was. You know, that was really what, really struck me as, wow, this girl's amazing. She's going to be great.
In addition to her passion for serving others, Kerry also became known for her endless energy, unnecessary hopping, frequent booty bump dancing, and superior athletic prowess on the field, the court, and the track. Kerry's competitive side first developed at the age of 5 during her first 50-yard dash at the Marshfield Fair in Massachusetts. Kerry went on to play just about every sport there is. She played basketball on various traveling AAU and varsity school teams. She trained as a gymnast for many years, played second baseman on her all-star softball team, and ran track in junior high, high school, and at Trinity College, breaking a few records along the way. But her favorite sport has always been soccer. Kerry played soccer throughout her childhood. She co-captained her junior high and high school teams, along with her dear friend, Mara Brain.
She's incredible. She's an incredible player. Fortunately, I've had the opportunity to play against her several times, so I don't get as intimidated as I once used to, but you have to keep an eye on her, and our defense did a great job today against her.
She played for 5 years on the New Hampshire Olympic Development Team, was recruited to play Division I, and went on to star on the women's soccer teams at the University of Michigan and Trinity College. While pursuing her athletic passions, Kerry joined co-ed kickball and football leagues. And that's how she met her dreamboat, Doug Turner. Kerry is also well known for dressing up in funny outfits to school events and Shaw's Supermarket with her best friend Mary Ann. And of course there's her all-time favorite, super fun theme parties.
From other sides of her, we see that she has a childlike passion for Halloween, which is pretty refreshing coming from...
Although she doesn't really like to talk about her flair, she always manages to bring extra pieces for everyone. Kerry is truly a kid at heart. She radiates warmth and has an infectious giggle. Everyone who knows Kerry can't help but notice her love of the music, styles, and Volkswagens of the 1960s and 70s.
That's great. This is the best Kerry. This is the Kerry we love. Who's got?
To her delight, she would later find out that the future love of her life was also a big fan of Motown, old school party jams, Kevin Arnold, and having no shame at theme parties.
She is hotness with a dash of cuteness, with a little dollop of foxiness.
Doug Turner, the dreamy guy with sparkling blue eyes and floppy hair, met Kerry at the Oakwood Rec Park on a fateful day in July 2010. Doug Turner grew up on the mean streets of Chatsworth, California, a small town in the northern San Fernando Valley that's also known as the porn capital of the world. Doug's love of gadgets and solving problems creatively started at a tender age with his interest in puzzles, Street Fighter, and magic tricks. It is around this time that Doug's creativity really started to display itself. When Doug was 14 years old, his first boss saw his potential as a creative genius and paid for him to take graphic design and computer classes at a nearby community college. Doug found his passion and future career path at a very early age. He designed his high school's t-shirts, filmed an amazing rendition of Michael Jackson's Thriller, and painted a 50-foot mural on some kind of musical flower shop thing. He went on to create websites and magazine ads for big brands like Experian and Budweiser.
He's a wickedly intelligent individual, and that comes through, I think, in his work.
Doug's crazy work ethic, ingenuity, and determination led him to become a VP at the ripe old age of 24.
He was a workaholic. He showed me and everybody around us how to, focus in on working and being workaholics and doing what we got to do without time being a factor. Just work, get it done, get it situated.
In addition to being a creative mastermind in the world of design and technology, Doug is also known for his athleticism and team spirit. In his youth, Doug played soccer and baseball and went on to play on his school varsity football and basketball teams. Volleyball, Doug's favorite sport, is what he excelled at the most. He showcased his game-winning spikes on the court in high school and all over the country on his Junior Olympics teams. Doug was a fixture at many Chatsworth High sports games, decorated in blue paint with his buddies and cheering on his fellow classmates. To his friends and family, Doug is known for his classic one-liners and endearing but not always funny jokes.
Yeah, much like me, constantly trying to be funny, constantly failing. He's very oblivious.
He's also known for spending his coffee breaks working diligently to Photoshop his buddies' faces into ridiculous photos. Doug is also known by all to be a friend, a brother, a son, and an employee who can be trusted and counted on no matter what. Doug is always the first person to provide help and support, whether it's offering a ride to the airport, getting a brewski with a buddy who's had a bad day, making someone laugh with his stupid jokes, or staying late at the office to help a fellow coworker finish up a project. He's also one of the tallest people in the United States, so he can always be counted on for getting something off a high shelf or rescuing a kitten from a tree.
Yeah, he's a great. I had a great bromance with him.
Thoughtful, creative, driven, slightly funny, athletic, handsome, and of course, very, very tall. What more could a girl ask for?
And the hair, too.
And the hair.
The sexy man.
It's a flowing mane. And yeah, so yeah, as soon as he speaks, you're like, tell me what you want me to do to you, and I'll do it.
Really? Doug Turner was the complete package. Smart, caring, compassionate. The girl next door who could kick your ass in any athletic competition. Kerry Hood had it all. When Kerry and Doug first met, Kerry had an immediate crush on him. After that first kickball game, she gushed to her friends and family about how incredible this guy she just met was. And Doug even knew all the words to all the songs on Kerry's warm-up mix. Mad Fox and Tara Rose Duffy Fox recruited Kerry to play kickball and football. From their reviews, Doug Turner was very interested to meet this girl.
She's like one of the guys. She's so cool. She's so grounded. She's really down to earth and very sharp and witty, but just easygoing. You know, we're like buddy buddies. You know, she's.
Okay. Thanks, guys. No, sorry, we've got to get some photos now.
She has a lot of sexy things about her.
Doug was pretty smitten the first time he met Kerry, and they quickly learned that they had a lot in common. That fall, Kerry's dad came out to visit and caught a glimpse of his future son-in-law when Kerry pointed Doug out at a kickball game. He gave Kerry, or Munchkin as he calls her, the thumbs up. So she tried to win Doug's heart by challenging him to a Papa-Shot tournament. About a month later, on the evening of November 17th, the stars aligned for this match made in heaven after Marcus, one of Doug's best friends and best men, who also had a crush on Kerry, relinquished his affection and gave Doug the okay to pursue her. Immediately after hanging up the phone with Marcus, Doug called Kerry and they stayed up until 3 a.m. talking on the phone junior high style. The following night, Kerry and Doug met up with friends at a local pub and talked again for hours while walking around Lincoln Boulevard in Venice. And that's when they had their first kiss. 6 months later, Doug wanted to lock down this lovely and unique creature that he calls Human 2.0 for her incredibly giving heart, zest for life, and ability to make everyone around her want to be a better person. So Doug orchestrated the most ridiculously romantic proposal of all time on a football field.
They're lovely, lovely human beings and funny, and you know, there's a reason why people love them, and they're right to love them because they're talented, they're humble, they're funny, they're, you know, all of the above. They're kind of like these perfect people that you love so much, you know.
Kerry said yes, and now they're living happily ever after with their furry friends Calvin and Bauer.
And I would love to give the royal couple my greeting, if I could.
Please, go right ahead.
Since I won't be there.
Go right ahead, please. I know they would appreciate it. Oh, that's very nice.